now. Okay. Hello again, YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. And big shout out to Talk Nation. Good morning to you guys. I hope you are doing well out there. And a big shout out once again to all my new subscribers. If you have not subscribed yet, just make sure you hit that button below. And please, please make sure you tap that notification bell. And when you push it, make sure you push all. I know it's a lot, but you guys, please help me out. All right, so I got a few topics I'm gonna run down today, and I also have a guest, and she'd like to come in and make a few comments on the topics that we are talking about today. So, if you read the title, you see I am actually doing an update, and this is actually on a situation about a video I did about maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, and it's about a fellow YouTuber by the name of Eating the Doll. She is a trans woman who her and her two friends were downtown on Hollywood Boulevard, and they actually ended up getting attacked and also robbed by three men. But luckily, and thank God for the internet, because I think sometimes when it comes to a lot of these cases, if the internet don't talk about it, sometimes these cases will not get solved. So I'm going to get off into the first one with the update when it comes to Eating the Doll. The Shade Room, big shout out from It's On Site. Sorry about that. Big shout out to It's On Site. Up here, it says that two men have officially been charged with the robbery and the hate crime for assaulting three trans women on Hollywood Boulevard. So I don't know if you guys end up seeing that video or not, but Eating the Doll is a very big famous YouTuber. If I'm not mistaken, I think she has like close to 200 and some thousand subscribers, so she's really, really popular. So they were just hanging out, and three men just out of nowhere attacked them. One of the guys ended up taking her phone and her purse, and I believe it was some money in there. And the guy was actually trying to extort her and trying to make her pay for her own stuff that he ended up robbing from her. So here it says on Tuesday, Los Angeles County Attorney announced that Carlton Alexander Calloway of Compton is facing three felony counts. Hold on, facing one felony count of grand theft from the person or another, the second degree, and he's facing second degree robbery and actual criminal threats. Attempted degree, let's see, second degree robbery. And I'm gonna stroll a little. So yeah, second degree robbery, assaults by the mean of force likely to produce great bodily injury and battery with serious bodily injury, according to the press release. So, if you guys were familiar with it and seen the video, I believe this is one of the guys that actually came from out of nowhere and hit one of the ladies with I believe it was skateboard. He hit her with a skateboard. And what was so tragic to me about watching this whole video is the actual fact that the police, they had their sirens on and they came through and the sirens were going off. The police slowed down, looked at the whole scene, and kept driving. Now, that was the saddest thing. And it says Devin Anthony Williams of Compton is facing a felony count each for grand theft and assault with a deadly weapon. And yeah, so he was the one hit her with a scooter. And it says if they're convicted, Calloway could face up to 13 years in the state prison. And also Williams could face up to 8. So that's the story coming through. Hold on, this Shade Room. Yep, that is right at first. Okay, so that's the one coming from the Shade Room. I don't really understand. Attack on anybody is bad, okay? But for people to strictly attack people for the way that they live their life. That's just unbelievable. And this is not a case of, somebody was like dressed up trying to fool somebody or nothing in that nature. It was nothing like that. They were just walking down Hollywood Boulevard minding their own business, and they were on vacation. So it's good that they're caught and they're off the streets, okay? Because these guys are really dangerous. Those guys are really dangerous. So it's really good that they're off the streets. So thank God for that. Okay, I'm gonna stroll off into my other update. Well, this is not an update. This really just a story that's coming. This story broke from out of Jacksonville, Florida, and it was some days ago. I don't know if you guys end up watching my upload last night, but it was about the apology that it is. So after this go off, you guys go and make sure you check out my story on Pastor John Gray. He did get up and apologize to the church. He was on his Reuben stutter apology for so okay, so I'm getting on about the 6-year-old girl. Bless her heart and God rest her soul, okay? Her own mother who allegedly lost custody of her through defects. So she lost custody of her and did taking her own daughter's life. So here's this fatally, the 6-year-old girl allegedly was fatally injured by her mother, who had her parental rights terminated. All right, so that's the lovely little girl right there. She is so cute, all dressed up in Mickey Mouse costume. So I'm guessing this was probably on Halloween. And through here, it says that the Florida mother is actually accused of injuring her 6-year-old daughter and actually end up taking her life. Sometimes I mess up names. You got to excuse me, but I believe her name is Perkiana. Let's see, Perkiana. Perkiana 36. So this is the mother. She's 36 and she's been held without bond on a second-degree murder count. And this says, let's see, this is stemming from the August 19th, you incident of the Arlington girl, and this is from out of Jacksonville, Florida. So it says that the Jacksonville County officers, they confirmed the allegations against Mayo. So the allegations against the mother, but did not name the defendant's daughter. So it's good that they put the daughter name in there. And there has been a GoFundMe put up. I don't know if this GoFundMe was actually put up by the person who like now has custody. I don't know the actual full detail of who has to go fund me, but every, every time these situations happen, it's always a GoFundMe that goes up somehow, some way. So they have a GoFundMe up with this situation here. You donate to the GoFundMe, you can just look up this situation, and the link is in the article. So it says, let's see, the GoFundMe was launched to help. I guess this was to help with the funeral costs of the 6-year-old girl. They said that they weren't going to name her, but it looks like they have her name in here. And I think her Atira, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes I mess up names, but yeah, I think her name is actually Atira. And that's the GoFundMe. So it says on the site, it describes her as a bright young girl with a contagious for the judge on Saturday, but did not enter a plea for the charge against her. And it says she's due back in court on September the 21st. Ain't that something? September, she's due back in court. And it says, according to the news, she actually injured her multiple times with a kitchen knife. Afterwards, Mayo allegedly cut herself, and I think they said that she's in the hospital. Okay, so this is the mother right here. Mm-mm-mm. That's sad. That's sad. And it's just being honest, having an honest moment right now. Some women out here strictly have from the government stuff like child support, food stamps, et cetera, housing, all that kind of stuff. And when some of them lose custody of their kids due to neglect, a lot of those mothers, I heard a lot of stories of mothers doing stuff like this. They will actually take their child life. It's really, really sad. I don't know if it was the father that ended up taking custody, or maybe if it was one of her family members. I'm really not for sure about the whole story. Or okay, it's a little bit more down here. I'm gonna stroll here. Okay, so the incident happened at her home. Okay, y'all need to calm down. Oh my God. Mama. Okay, hold on. Jermaine. Just a second. Just a second. Okay. My son. Okay. Let's see. Oh, can you hear me? Okay, so I'm gonna add you in at the screen. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Stop that. Okay, go on in there, Jemai. Hey, let's see.
Hi.
Unmute your mic. Can you hear me?
I think my mic was muted, but I can't hear you.
Okay, I think I can hear you now. Can you hear me? Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Your mic was muted. Thank you so much for joining me. It was one topic,
If anybody can
especially I
hear
wanted you to
me,
touch on, but you heard the two
hello.
topics I spoke about,
Hello.
right?
This is Miss Lucky. Katie caught me
Yeah.
off guard. I
All
can't hear
right.
you,
So we have
Katie.
Miss Lecky here. Yes, we have Miss Lecky here. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. Thank you so much. You guys, make sure you guys go and hit Miss Lecky up on her page. In another week or so, we're gonna get together, interview her about her journey and some things she's been going through. And I wanted to sit down and talk with her. So you guys make sure you go and follow Miss Lackey. She has awesome motivational videos and she is a very sweet, dear soul.
Is your
So
mic
Miss
muted?
Lackey, I'm not for sure. I'm sorry. I'm not for sure if you heard the situation going on with the mother and her 6-year-old daughter. She ended up, she lost custody and she ended up on a visitation. She ended up taking the life of her
Guys,
own
Katie
daughter.
caught me off
What
guard.
do you
I look
think
a
about that?
mess.
Oh, you are okay. You look beautiful as
I
usual.
can't hear you, boo.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me? I can hear you. Hold on, let me see. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can hear you. But go ahead and talk. I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay, can you hear me now, Miss Lackey? Let me see. You can't hear me? But I can hear myself from here. Okay, this is my phone. Let me turn it up. Hello?
Katie, can you hear
See, that's
me?
me right there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Katie, if you can
Yeah,
hear
can you
me,
hear me?
do this. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? I can hear you. I can hear
I
you.
can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Let me see. I'm gonna do this. Okay, can you hear me now?
Did you muted me? You muted my mic.
Muted you. Hold on, you weren't muted though. Can you hear me now? This is weird. Okay, guys, looks like we're having technical difficulties right now. Can you hear me? You have to jump out and jump back in. Try doing that. Do you hear me? You might jump out and jump back in. Let me see. Yeah, jump out and jump back in. Because I can hear you. Hey, girl. Okay, can you hear me? I don't know what's wrong. So we're probably going to have to come back later. But anyways, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Make sure you hit that like and please share. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. It looks like okay. Okay, so I'm gonna remove you and then I'm gonna add you back. Okay. All right, you guys can hear me, right? Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna add her back and see what it do. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay, hear me now? I'm gonna call you. Hold on, I might have to start this over. I don't know if my internet tripping. I know my kids in there playing the game, but girl, let me see. Sorry for the technical